What is going on? Gunners Alive coming at you with another video. This is going to be part 3 of the series I've been doing lately on my channel, where I show you all how I make YouTube videos and also live stream to YouTube Gaming and Twitch.tv on the internet. So if you haven't seen parts 1 or 2 yet, be sure to check them out. Both links can be found in the description box. In part 1, I went over all of the hardware that I use in order to make these videos and live streams happen, and in part 2, I went over all of the software programs that I use in order to make these videos and live stream happen, as well as where you can download these programs from on the internet. Here in part 3 though, I'm going to be showing you all how I use all of the hardware and the software together, and all of my settings for the different programs in order to make these videos and live streams happen. So this video is probably going to be pretty long, just to be completely honest with you. It is going to be raw, uncut footage as I go throughout basically a few examples here as to how I do make videos and live streaming happen. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the 2 programs that I use in order to record content here on my PC from my Xbox. And this first program is Elgato Game Capture HD. Basically, once I hook my Xbox up to my capture card and my capture card up to my monitor and my PC, the capture card takes the footage from the Xbox and it brings it to this software program. And this software program either allows me to live stream to the internet, or it allows me to save a file of the footage on my PC as a .mp4. So you can see down here in the bottom left, if I were to start recording a video, I would obviously want to click the record button, and then whenever I'm done recording, I would unclick the button, or uncheck it I guess, to stop recording. This green button right here, this is if I were to live stream. So if I want to start live streaming to the internet, then I'd click the stream button, and then when the stream is done, I would unclick the button. You can record and stream at the same time, just to let you know. That way you can live stream to the internet, and then you can save all the footage to your PC in case you want to make like a highlights video or something like that. Moving over to this right hand column, you see there's 2 tabs. You have capture and edit. We'll go over both tabs. So the capture tab, it basically shows the device. It also shows the live streaming information. So if I wanted to add my account, I would click this plus sign, and I can either add my Twitch account or my YouTube account. So if I wanted to add YouTube and stream to YouTube Gaming, I'll click on YouTube, and then it prompts me for my email and password in order to sign in to my account. Once I'm signed into my account, I will be linked to my YouTube Gaming channel, and I can start live streaming to the internet by clicking this stream button down at the bottom. This T stands for title, so you can either change the title on the YouTube website, or you can change it here within this Game Capture HD. Mbps, that stands for megabits per second. This would be the stream rate. It starts off at 0.5. That's too low. You definitely want to raise it up. So if I were to be streaming right now, I could raise that up. I'd recommend getting your internet speed tested for your download and upload speed, and then based off what your upload speed is, that depends on how many megabits per second you would want to set this value to. Going down a little bit, the game audio. Now this is the input from your Xbox or PlayStation to this Game Capture HD. If you want your volume to come through quieter, the game volume, you would obviously move this down. You can move it all the way to 0 if you like. You'd have no volume in, or you can blast it up to 100. Moving down next to live commentary, you can choose a microphone. So on my PC, I actually have 2 microphones connected. One is from my HD webcam, and the second is my Yeti microphone that I'm actually using to record the audio for this entire video. So obviously I'm not going to choose either one right now because I'm not going to use the program, but once again, you can change the volume just as you did with the game audio in order to meet the needs of whatever you're trying to record or live stream. If you click this gear, it allows you to adjust some more values. I just leave it at the default whenever I do use this program. Elgato Sound Capture, I'm not very familiar with this. This is a pretty new feature. At least it's new to me. I've never used it before, so I'm not going to discuss it any. Also, if you do want to start recording a commentary using your microphone, you do have to click this blue commentary button down at the bottom. If you click record or stream and forget to click this commentary button, then your mic will not come through the software at all. Moving over to the edit tab. This is the tab where you save all of your video files within the Game Capture HD program itself. And once you have all the files here, you can trim them, you can edit them, and then you can upload them straight to YouTube if you wanted. This is not what I do though. What I actually do is I click on this gear up at the top, and then if you go over to the capture tab, we'll start on the left and go through all these tabs real quick. If you click on the capture tab, then you can choose on your PC where you want your files to be saved to in order to be edited later on at another time in order to create a video. So you have your library location, the file export location. This is important. This is where the file goes after you record it. And then if you do take a screenshot, which I don't usually do, but I know some people do in order to get like good thumbnail pics, then you can choose a location here as well. Moving over to sharing now, I don't really mess with any of these tabs just because I don't upload straight from this program. If you do want to upload straight from this program though, you can just check the YouTube if you want, or check if you want to upload to the Facebook. Also, if you ever do export a file, make sure it is the MP4 format, guys. That is very, very important, as most editing software does read MP4 formats. I would not recommend exporting the files separate. I like to keep it all as one file. That way you don't have to sync up anything whenever you're editing for videos. Moving over to updates, I'm not going to check for any updates. I don't need any hotkeys. And also going to advanced, I do use my graphics card as the decoder and the encoder. Sometimes you do have software built in, but I just keep mine with my 974 both. So I'm going to go ahead and click this cancel button now. This I think you can just look for help and updates. Yes, that's all this is. So that's pretty much it for Game Capture HD. I had used this program in the past, but recently, for I'd say like the past year to year and a half, I have been using the OBS software program. So there's two OBS programs I'm going to be showing you all. The one that I just pulled up is OBS Studio. It's a newer version of OBS. And then this other program that I dragged from my second monitor that I'm actually using to record this video is called OBS Classic. So I'll go ahead and start with OBS Studio. This is a free program to download from the internet. You can hook your capture card up to this program in order to record Xbox or PlayStation gameplay, or you can set it up to capture your monitor if you're on a laptop or on a PC. So starting off, your window will not look like this. It will just be a black window, and I'm going to create a brand new window just for the sake of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and right click over here in the scenes tab and I'm going to click add, name it scene 3. I'll just go ahead and name it part 3, since this is part 3 of the video series here on my channel. And as you can see, once I added part 3, all of these sources have now disappeared. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can either right click or click the plus sign, and I'm going to right click. I'm going to click add. First of all, what I want to add is my capture card. So in order to add my capture card, I need to go down to video capture device and click it. I'm just going to name it video capture device for the sake of this video. I'm going to hit OK, and then on the device, you can either choose your Logitech, which is my webcam, or I can choose my Elgato Game Capture HD, which is my capture card. So I'm going to go ahead and choose my capture card, and then if you want to go ahead and set a custom resolution, which I do, I went ahead and I set mine to 1920 by 1080, and then match the output FPS, and for me it is 60 FPS. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK now. You can mess with some of these other settings down at the bottom if you want to. However, I don't mess with any of them. I leave them all at their default values. Now I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and just like that, my capture card has now been added to my window. You can see the black area, that's where your window is, and now I'm basically dragging my capture card. So the red border, I want to go ahead and line it up so that it fills the entire black window. That way it would fill up the entire screen, the full 1920 by 1080. So now that my capture card is added to my part 3 scene, I'm going to just give you guys a quick tip real quick. My Game Capture HD, the program I used a minute ago, which is the Elgato capture card software, I had to download the 64-bit version in order to get the Elgato to work with my 64-bit version of OBS. If you have the 32-bit version of Game Capture HD, I don't know if it will work with the 64-bit version. I don't think it will. At least mine didn't, and I know a lot of other people's there hasn't either. So make sure you have the 64-bit Elgato Game Capture HD software and also the 64-bit OBS version of OBS Studio. Moving on now, I have my capture card added as a source. If you're thinking about what else you see in my videos and my live streams, you'll also notice that I do have a face cam. So once again, I will right click or click the plus sign. I'm gonna go ahead and click add, move down to video capture device again because I want to capture my face, which is a video input to my PC. Video capture device 2 is what I'll name it, and you can see I already have my capture card and face cam name just because I have this program set up already. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to say video capture device 2. I'll hit OK, and you can see once again I have my Elgato to choose from or my Logitech webcam, and I choose the Logitech webcam. Now if I click OK again, and where'd it go? Fudge. I don't think it's going to show up because I have my webcam running on the other OBS software and it doesn't want to overlap. But if it were in this window, then once again it would have the red border around it, and I would just drag it around and size it as I would need it to be. So because I do have my webcam open in OBS Classic right now, the file output can't be used in 2 different programs. That's why it says right here for my Elgato, the device is in use by another application, which is the OBS Classic. So what else do I have on my streams and my videos? I have an overlay. So I'm going to go ahead and right click again. I'm going to click add, and this time I want to go ahead and add an image. So the image that I want to add, after clicking OK, I will take from my PC. I'm going to go ahead and click browse, and then I do have an image saved on my PC. Let me go there to my YouTube videos, and I have it called overlay top. I'm going to hit open. Okay, and now my overlay, see how it's too big? Once again, I can drag it to size it as I need it to fit here on my window capture for OBS. So as you see in many of my videos, I would then take my face cam and I would drag it into this square in order to get everything working properly. And guys, these sources, they are layered. So if I right click on the image and I change the order, I move it to the bottom, it will go behind my capture card. So my capture card will be the top layer and I won't be able to see my overlay anymore. So I always want to make sure that the overlay is near the top. It doesn't have to be the top layer if you have like sub count on or something like that, but at least for now it is going to be the top. Moving on now, I'm going to go ahead and right click again because I do want to add one last source just to give you guys an example of the sub count. So I might as well go ahead and add it. I'm going to go ahead and click text this time, and what I'm actually going to do is choose a text file from my PC. I'm not going to mess with any of the settings. I'm just going to leave it default. I'm going to go ahead and choose a text file from my PC. And what did I do? Properties. Oh, I need to choose readme file. Basically that means you have a text file on your PC and the text file is going to be read to the OBS program and then it will be displayed on the overlay. So moving to my, where do I have it saved at? It's actually been like a few weeks since I did this. Storage, no, OS, Windows, nah, it's gotta be storage, right? This PC, stream labels, nah, stream labels, sorry guys, where did I have it saved at? I didn't even spell it right. Labels, did it really don't show up? Alright, let me do this quick. Documents, oh there it is, stream labels. Good thing I checked stream labels. So I would choose the one that says total YouTube subscribers, total YouTube subscriber count. I click OK, I click open, and as you can see I currently have 1,051 subscribers. So you can mess with the text if you want to by adjusting the font, or if you scroll down you can adjust the color. Let's just go ahead and change the color to lime green for the sake of this video, and we'll click OK. Now I have the sub count added, and since I don't have a face, I'm gonna go ahead and put the subs right here in the face box. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that as is. This is basically how I would set up my stream and the overlay. If I clicked the start recording button over here, then everything will start recording for a video. If I click start streaming, then everything will start being broadcasted to the internet. And now you're wondering, how would it start getting broadcast to the internet? Well, we need to adjust some settings. So over here on the settings tab, yes, you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and click settings. and then we'll go down all of these tabs. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with general. I did not adjust anything on this page. I have English set up because that's my default language, and then all of the boxes that are checked or unchecked I left as is. Moving down to stream. Stream type would be streaming services, and I do stream to either YouTube, Twitch, or to Restream.io. So whichever platform you want to stream to, that's what you choose for the service. For the stream key, this is also important, guys. I would go pull up my browser if I'm on YouTube, for example, and oh, we got 1,052 subscribers. Nice. So we go to Video Manager, and then after going to Video Manager, we would go to live streaming. And then after live streaming, we would go to right here where it says stream name / key. Now I would click reveal and then highlight the entries that are there, like the values, and copy and paste them into this stream key box right here. The reason you gotta have a stream key to link your YouTube channel or your Twitch account or whatever else you want to stream to, whatever platform it is, to the OBS software is that OBS needs a pathway to send the files to the platform you want to stream on, and the stream key allows this to happen. It's basically like a highway where you can send your data from where you have it on your PC, which in this case is OBS, to where you're trying to live stream it, which in my case would be YouTube. So that's why the stream key is important. Don't ever show anybody else your stream key. If I were to show my stream key to one of y'all, you could take the stream key, put it in your OBS software, and then stream to my YouTube channel, and that's not cool. So I'm going to leave it all blocked out. Next up is the output. There's a few important what I want to say, attributes here on this page, I guess. First of all is the video bitrate. The video bitrate, whenever you're live streaming, is dependent upon your upload speed. So go to speedtest.net, and for me, my download speed is about 50 megs per second, and my upload speed is about 5 megs per second. So the video bitrate right here, it's in kilobits. So because I have 5 megabits, that means that if I set this to 5,000 kilobits, then I would be taking up the entire upload speed from my internet just to live stream, and then I wouldn't be able to play games or get on Wi-Fi on my phone or anything else. So I always recommend keeping this value below 50% whenever you're live streaming. I usually keep mine between 2,000 and 2,500. That's when I get the best output to YouTube. Alright, if I were to be recording a video, I would probably set this value to 10,000. You don't want to set this value too high, because then the file you save on your PC when recording a video will be too big and you'll take up a lot of memory space. And I find that anything over 10,000, it really doesn't affect the quality of the video that much. So I just set it for 10,000 whenever I'm recording videos, and then 2,000 whenever I am live streaming. Obviously 2,000 won't be as good a quality as 10,000, and whenever you're live streaming, it's all good. 2,000 to 2,500 for me works. Alright, so it depends on your upload speed. For the encoder, if you have X264, make sure you leave it as that. I could use my capture card, pardon me, not my capture card, my graphics card if I wanted to, but it's better to use the X264. Audio bitrate 160 is fine. That's just standard here on the program. And then this next attribute is important. The recording path on the OBS program depends where you're going to send the file that you record and save it on your computer. So in my case, I go to my external storage device, which is just one of my hard drives. I have the D file, and then in the D file, I go to Elgato HD60, and in the Elgato HD60 folder, there's an EGC_library folder, and in the EGC_library folder, there is an OBS folder. So if I wanted to change the file path, let's say I wanted to go to my desktop, I would right click on my desktop, click new, and then I would add a folder called, let's say, part 3, and then press enter. So now I have a folder on my desktop, it's called part 3. I would click the browse button, and then I would choose my desktop on the left hand panel, and then I have either new folder or part 3. So I'd go into part 3 and I click select folder, and now you can see the file path is changed to my C drive, users, my name, my desktop, and part 3. Alright, so That's an important attribute on this page. And the next, MP4. For some reason, OBS Studio wants to set it as a FLV. I always go to MP4. This is important, guys. MP4, MP4, MP4 is readable by a lot of different video editing programs, including the programs that I use. I'm not familiar with FLV, so I don't use it. I haven't even looked into it, to be completely honest with you. Could I look into it? Yes, but I haven't. I'm going to go ahead and click Apply for my settings to save, and now move down to Audio. So the only tab I messed with, or the only attribute I messed with on this tab, is the microphone device. So I went ahead and I clicked the drop down, and you can see once again I can either choose my webcam mic or I can choose my Yeti stereo microphone, which is what I'm using to record this video. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose this as device number 1. If I had multiple microphones or multiple ways that I wanted to input audio to my PC, then I could choose multiple different sources. But everything else is pretty much the standard on this page. I did not change anything else. So I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel because I don't want anything to save there, and then I got kicked out. So now I'm going to click settings again, and then we're back in the audio tab, moving down now to video. So if I am live streaming, guys, I'm just going to let you know I live stream in 720 resolution with 60 FPS. That's best for me on Twitch and on YouTube. And whenever I stream in like 1080, sometimes it buffers a lot, it gets laggy. But if you want to change your quality, you just click the drop down arrow and you can go up to 1080 if you want. But for live streaming, I always choose 720. If I were to record a video, then I would change this to 1080, right? For both the base resolution and the output scaled resolution. I would click apply. I would leave this at 60 FPS, and then I would go back to my output and I would change this value to 10,000. What was that, 100,000? Yeah, I don't want 100,000. That's a lot. I guess it has an upper limit of 51,000. So 10,000, apply, bang, done. Hit O. Or not hit OK, we kicked out. So that's it for the video. Hotkeys, don't do anything advanced. There's nothing that I set up on the advanced page, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. Now, real quick, because I did just change the size of the file from 720 to 19. From 720 to 1080, I did change the window size. That's why I would have to readjust this, guys. Also, real quick. Actually, I'll do that in a minute. But here in this panel, you can see all of the audio devices that I have hooked up to OBS. I have my mic. That's why the green bar is ticking right now. If I did have some music playing in the background, let's say I go to YouTube and I go to NCS, which is no copyright sounds, and then I choose just a song from them or one of their live streams. I'm going to go ahead. We got a commercial playing. Skip the ad. I'm going to minimize this window. And now you can see the desktop audio is getting picked up, so that's why this bar is moving. I'm going to stop that. It also goes the same if I have my video capture device, which in this case is the Elgato hooked up, and game audio is coming through, then I could adjust this bar in order to adjust the volume accordingly, guys. But one thing I did forget real quick, because OBS, you are able to live stream and record videos just from your PC without a capture card. There's another source that you can add. You would right click, you would hit add, and then you would click monitor capture or window capture or display capture, maybe display capture. Okay, for display capture 2. And then yeah, so this would be capturing the display over on the right hand monitor. Click the drop down, you can change to the monitor that I'm currently on. We'll just keep the one on the left. Alright, so I'll click OK, and right now I'm capturing what's on my other capture. So my left hand monitor is capturing my right hand monitor, and my right hand monitor is capturing my left hand monitor. So if that's confusing enough, yeah guys, I'm gonna go ahead and uncheck this box now just so y'all aren't into the vortex. I'm gonna go ahead and minimize OBS Studio for now while I bring over OBS Classic. As you can see, guys, we're at 32 minutes for recording this video. I'm not sure how long I've been talking right now, but OBS Classic is another software program that I did use to live stream and record videos in the past. As you can see, I do have the recording button going right now. So if I were to click this button, and everything would stop being recorded. But as far as the scenes and the sources go, this works the same way for OBS Classic as it did in OBS Studio. You would just right click, hit add scene, and then once you have your scene, you would right click and hit add source, or you would right click in source and click add, and once again you have window capture, monitor capture, text, you have video capture device. So it's very, very similar. And then these red bars, this is where you adjust the audio. So in OBS Classic, you can't adjust the audio as much. This left-hand side will just be my microphone that I'm talking to, and this right-hand side, it would be both the Elgato capture card and also my monitor. So only one way to adjust an OBS Classic, which does limit this software program. Going to the settings though, settings tabs are a little bit different here in OBS Classic. So I'm just going to start at the top again. General, have English, and then this time for encoding, there are a few different options that you can choose from. There's a lot of different people on the internet that have different settings in this top panel for the video encoding. I have tested what other people have said. I have worked with my own settings, and the video settings I'm about to show you all are the settings that I have found that work best for me personally. I also went to Google and learned what all this stuff means. So the CBR, I learned what that means. Enable CBR paddling, I learned how the buffer rate works, the max bit rate, the different encoders. So I literally went to Google and did my research, guys. I didn't just go based off what other people were saying on YouTube. So I recommend you do the same, just so you can understand what everything means. So in order to record videos, these are the settings that I use, guys. Because I'm recording a video right now, I have the use CBR checked and also the use enable CBR paddling checked. I don't use the buffer size, basically because I don't want the video to buffer. I just want it to go through, work solid. Like, there's no need for a buffer here because it's just constantly recording. I set the max bitrate to 10,000. You saw in OBS Studio, I went from 2,000 when live streaming to 10,000 whenever I was recording a video. So right now, since I'm recording a video, I have this set to 10,000. All of the audio encoding, this all is standard information here that came with the program. I did not adjust any of these values. Going down to broadcasting settings, once again, all of this information is just like it was in OBS Studio. You can choose the file path whenever you want to save your video. So when I'm done recording this video, it will go to my Elgato HD60 EGC library OBS, and then it will save as OK.mp4, and that's how my file path works. If I did click this drop down because I wanted to start live streaming, and I did click this live stream tab, this whole panel where my mouse is circling would change, and at that point I would be able to input my stream key in order to link my OBS with my YouTube or my Twitch like I did earlier in OBS Studio. So as you can see, the programs are slightly different even though they are both OBS. Moving on now to the video, because I am recording a video, I'm in 1920 by 1080 with 60 FPS. If I were to live stream, I would go down to 1.5, which would be 720. And then for my video adapter, all I can choose is my 970 because that's my graphics card. Some other people have a bunch of different drop downs here, but I recommend choosing your graphics card whenever that is an option, which in my case, it is the only option. Moving down to the audio, you can see I have my desktop audio device default. That means whenever I play some music on my desktop like I did a little while ago from the YouTube page, then it'll come through the OBS program and I will be able to hear it in my video, or you all will be able to hear it in the live stream. And then my microphone, I can choose either my webcam or my Yeti mic, and I went ahead and chose my Yeti mic because it's my better mic. If you need to adjust your voice, because say for example your audio that I'm talking isn't in sync with my face cam over here, let's say they're out of sync, you need to adjust the mic offset, the mic sync offset. For me, the value is 760 milliseconds. If I leave the value at 0, which is the default value, then everything is out of sync. So this is sort of like a trial and error. Click start recording, record like a 10-second clip of you counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then go watch the video, see if the audio is ahead of the face or if the face is ahead of the audio, and just get it synced up. For me, the magic number is 760. I don't use any hotkeys, and then I'll just go ahead and move on to advanced. This is another important tab. Whenever you are live streaming, pardon me. Whenever you're recording videos, once again, guys, I tested out all of these values, and the values that you see on the page now are what I found to be best for recording videos. So the only options I've changed from the default options is the keyframe interval. It was set to a value of 4 default, right? So I went ahead and I changed that to 2, and then I went ahead and I checked the custom X264 encoder settings for when I'm recording a video, and I added a custom value, which CRF equals 10. CRF stands for Fudge, what does it stand for? It's slipping my mind right now. It's on the internet. But you can set a value of CRF equal to a value of 1 until 20. Alright, so if you have the file set to 1, it'll take up a lot more usage of your computer. If you have the file set to 20, it won't take up as much usage. So obviously, the closer to 1 that your value is, the better quality video you have. The closer to 20, the smaller file size you have. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So this does affect the max bit rate that you can have. At least that's what I've noticed in my research. Some people may be like, well, why does it adjust the video bitrate if you have the video bitrate set to 10,000? Why didn't it just go 10,000? Guys, I don't know. I have not been able to find that answer on the internet, but all I know is that the closer to 1 that this value is, the larger the file output I get, and the closer to 20 it is, the smaller the file output I get, and then the less quality of video. So I just leave it at 10. It's in the middle pretty much. If I were to be live streaming instead of making a video, I would change on the encoding tab the value of 10,000 to 2,000, and then I would come down here to the advanced tab and I would uncheck this box for custom X264, and I would instead check this box, use CFR, and CFR stands for constant frame rate. So it makes sense, guys. Whenever you're live streaming, you don't want any buffering, you don't want any lag, you want everything to come through smooth. So that's why you check the constant frame rate. Alright, now you may be wondering, why don't you use constant frame rate whenever you're recording a video? Why do you use this CRF equals 10? And that I do not quite fully understand, guys. All I know is that whenever I record videos, the motion blur is less whenever I have the X264 checked and CRF equals to 10. Notice this is CRF, this is CFR, so the F and the R are different. It's just something I noticed. Less motion blur whenever recording videos if this box is checked. And I believe that is it for all of these settings that I use. Whenever you do set up your capture card or your monitor capture, guys, you can also adjust the settings by right clicking on each individual item. So if I right click on image, go to properties, I can change the file path just like I did earlier to get a different overlay. If I right click on my capture card, I can go to properties, I can choose the device to be Elgato Game Capture HD, or I can choose it to be my webcam, and then I can choose the resolution and also the frames per second that I want, just like I did earlier with OBS Studio. So I think that pretty much wraps up me explaining OBS Classic to you guys. So I'm not sure how far into the video we are. I guess this says 40 minutes. I started recording a little bit after I started though. So we'll just go ahead and move on now from the streaming software and live stream recording, or we'll go ahead and move on from the recording software and live streaming software to the video editing software. So real quick, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my display capture going. I'm going to go ahead and shake this around a little bit. Actually, what am I doing? I need to start recording, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and record a clip real quick. I'm going to go ahead and click start recording, and I'm going to shake this around a little bit. Yes, sir. Let's go to, we'll go ahead and hit stop recording now, right? We'll go to YouTube real quick, and I'll click on one of my videos. We'll click on my dog. Alright, so I'll go ahead, keep this going. I'm going to click start recording again, guys. And I'm recording my right monitor.
Tucker, just gonna follow me.
I'm recording my dog, recording my video. Pause this, exit out, and click stop recording again. So here we have my file on my PC, my source, what is it called? My destination. You can see I have two programs now, the two videos I just recorded. I'm basically talking over myself, alright, so bang, there we go. I got two files now, so now that I have video files, guys, I need to edit them. So we've already discussed the two recording programs. Now it's time to discuss the editing software. So I'll start off with the most basic editing software that I have here on my PC. Go ahead and X this out and minimize this. So we'll go ahead and load a Windows Movie Maker. I use this program occasionally, not a whole lot. I'm going to go ahead And first, in the left-hand pane, you can see where your video output will be, so you can see what are you editing. And then in the right-hand pane, this is where your video files will go, so you can trim them, cut them, and edit them accordingly. So I'll go ahead and click Add Videos and Photos. I will want to scroll on the left-hand tab to my desktop, and then from desktop, I have part 3. And I'm going to click both of these. I'm going to click on the one, holding Control, click on the other one, and now both file names are here in my path. I'll click Open, and now both files open on this right-hand tab. They're both loading down here in the bottom left. They're short files, so they load pretty quickly. And if I click the play button, then you can see the files start to play. Now you can see that the files started to play. So now that I have files here, I can go ahead and edit them. If I want to go ahead and add, wait, what is this? Music, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. Undo. We're not there yet. Guys, anyways, I have 2 video files here. They're MP4 because when the Movie Maker reads MP4, and let's say I want to go ahead and edit the file. So here on the top toolbar, I'll click on the Edit tab. Let's say for this first one, for example, I wanted the speed to be 32 times. Right now my entire video length is 23 seconds, so I'll click 32 times. Bang, I just sped up the first file clip, and it probably sounds pretty funny. Let's check it out. Let's start recording again, guys. Oh, it went so fast, nothing even happened. Maybe if we go 8 times as fast, what happens now? Let's start. I guess the audio is not being output, but you saw how fast the video went. So I just changed the speed of the video. This is just one effect that I can do here for this file clip. Fade. That's audio fade. Alright, moving on now to the second file clip. Remember how I had the YouTube page up on my channel? I can take this black bar and I can drag it to where I want to start my video at. So my dog, he's on the screen now in the left hand pane. I'll set the black bar so the video is black, and now I can trim the video with this trim tool. Trim it. Basically, now what did I do? Why is it not working? Wait, where'd my black bar go? Oh, here we go. We got the start point. So I'll set the start point to be where it's black. Alright, and then the end point, I'll set this to be where I exited out of YouTube, which will be about now, and I'll click Save Trim. And now you can see this whole video file that I had, instead of me being like recording my monitor screen and showing you the OBS, now it's just where I have my dog and I'm recording my YouTube page. I'm recording my dog, recording my video. Pause this. So what I just showed you guys is literally like the most basic way to edit videos. You take your file, you drop it in the window, you trim it to the lengths that you want, and now you can save it and upload it to YouTube. This is literally like the most basic way to edit. This is how I edited when I first started doing YouTube back in the day. So now I would need to save the file, so I'll click on File. I'll go down to Save Movie, and then you can save it for high definition display to your computer if you want to. Or I actually changed the settings myself and did some custom settings, which I did 1080 by 60 because this one's only 1080 by 30. So I'll just do this for now, 1080 by 30 or 1080 by 24, whatever it is. I'll click this, and then I'll choose my file path where I want to save on my desktop into a Part 3 folder, and we'll name this Movie Maker File. It's saving as an MPEG 4. Which works because it just does. Alright, so save. It's going to save the movie. It's going to go from 0 to 100 real quick. Obviously, the longer your video is, the more time it takes to render. So I'm going to go ahead and exit this whole thing out, right? No, I don't want to save my changes. Now, if I come to my Part 3, double click. Here's my window Movie Maker file. Double click it. Have the everything fast forwarded. And I'll just have the clip that's cut of me recording my screen whenever I have my YouTube page up. And then bang, the video stops before I can exit out of my YouTube page. Video done. I go upload this to YouTube and get 0 views because it's terrible. Alright. Gonna go ahead and exit this out. So Windows Movie Maker, basic program to edit if you're just starting off. The next program I'm going to show you guys, Movie Studio Platinum. This is a more advanced program. This is the only paid program I'm showing you all here on part 3 of this video. I discussed in part 2. It's $80. So what I need to do first, guys, is get my files from that part 3 folder on my desktop into this top left window. Let me break it down for you real quick. This top left gray part, I know a lot of it's gray. The top left gray box, this is where my video files will go. This black window, this is where I'll be able to see everything that I'm editing as it plays throughout the video. And then all of these bars that run horizontally across the screen, this is where my video and my audio files go. So I'm going to go ahead and click the add, well, for the sake of this video, new project. Okay. I don't know what those settings say right there. I never read them before. I just click OK and start a new one because I have custom settings that I use at the end. So I go ahead and I click add media. I would now travel to my desktop. I will then go to part 3. And then I will now go to import my 2 files once again. So I'm going to click open. They're both up here in this window. I will drag them one at a time to be used in order for me to edit. I'll spread them out just so it makes sense. Guys, whenever you're using this program, you can be in 2 different displays. Simple display or advanced display. I prefer advanced display. You can do more stuff in advanced display. That's why I use it. So this time I will take my first, I'm zooming in right now with the scroll on my mouse, guys. That's what's happening. First of all, starting off at the beginning, if I click the play button, it's going to play in the window. And I'm going to shake this around a little bit. Alright, so I have my file playing. You can already see it's a little bit more advanced than Windows Movie Maker because I have my video file and my audio file separate. So for this clip, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use the audio right here in the middle. Or I'm going to use the file, the clip of the video here in the middle. You can see like the audio wavelengths. So I'm going to go ahead and click. And now I'm going to come down here to the bottom. And instead of hitting trim, I'm just going to hit split. And I'm going to come to the end of the little audio clip. And I'm going to click split again. And now on my PC or on my keyboard, I usually just hit delete because it's a lot faster. I'm used to it. Just to show you guys I'm deleting it, I'll right click and I'll go to cut. For both of them, cut. I'll take my clip and I'll drag it to the start of my video. Right. So now for my next clip, I'm going to grab it and I'm going to bring it down to hook it up with my first clip. You can see they're touching each other basically now. As I zoom in, they're touching each other. Now for this clip, I want to edit it a little bit different than earlier on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll choose wherever my dog walked into frame. So I'll split and then go to the end wherever I was about to exit YouTube, just like earlier. Click split again. Now I'm just going to hit delete on my PC real fast. Drag this to start it where the first clip stopped. And now you see this square looking thing, the event pan crop. This is where I do a lot more effects here in Movie Maker. In what am I in? Movie Studio Platinum. I do a lot more effects in Movie Studio Platinum here instead of in Movie Maker. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Events Pan. And that pulls up this window. So you can adjust different settings over in the left hand tab. I can get into that later on. I'm not going to do it here in this video. But basically what I'm trying to do now is you see in this window I can see my entire YouTube page. I just want the part where the video is playing. So I'll go ahead, I'll click at the start of the clip. You see 0 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds, all the way down to 8 seconds. That's how long this clip is. I'll click at the beginning and then I will pan the outer box in order to shrink it. See how it's getting smaller, guys? This F and all the dotted lines. and then I will drag it so that it fits nice. Did I actually get that like spot on? Bro, low key, I got that like spot on, dude. I'm the GOAT, man. The GOAT. I just shrunk it randomly and it happens to fit. Anyways, guys. Yeah, so I edited it. Now I only have everything inside of this dotted area. I'm going to go ahead and click at the end of the clip also. And I'm going to take the circle part right here and I'm going to rotate it. And you'll see the angle number over here on the left. It'll go from 0 to 180 degrees or negative 180 degrees. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and edit it. Negative 180, hit enter, bang. Now it'll be inverted, you guys. So check this out. I already did 2 more effects, right? I changed the size of the window that I'm capturing. Like I took the full clip and I only selected a part of it that I wanted, and now I'm going to be spinning it around. Obviously, whenever it spins, it's going to get stuff outside, but just check it out, guys. And I'm going to check it out. This around a little bit, and I'm recording my right monitor. Whoa. Recording my dog, recording my video, pause this. Alright guys, see? So that's just a short little tutorial for Movie Studio Platinum. There's so many more effects. Like this program is dense, y'all. There's so many different effects that I can do here within this program. It's incredible. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead now. I'm not going to click save because that just saves the file to edit later on. What I need to do is make a movie. So I'm going to go ahead and click make movie. Save it to my hard drive. I'm not going to mess with the file path. I'm just going to leave it here because I don't want to mess with that. Advanced settings. Pardon me. Make movie. Save it to my hard drive. You can choose any of these boxes if you want. These are just default settings. I always recommend going to advanced settings because I have a favorited setting here. It's my YouTube setting. So I customize this. All these on the right window. These are standard, come with the program deals. I created this customize, so click the customize template. All of my settings here, I have HD 1920 by 1080. I have 60 FPS, even though it says 59.94. This is bitrate. This is a high bitrate, guys, the highest one there is, so I get the best quality possible. Basically, all I'm doing here is choosing the options that I want my output file to have. So you can pause the video now if you're using this program and select all these attributes if you want to use the same ones as I do. They're the attributes that I've tested and found that work best. Also, render use CPU only. I don't use the GPU. Some people do. I don't. I just use my CPU. So pause it, copy the settings if you want. This is a 1080, 60 FPS video. If I only want a 720, obviously, then I would choose 720. But I don't. I want 1080. Audio, check out all the settings. I don't remember what the default settings were for this. This seems kind of high, 320,000. I probably changed that. 48,000 sample rate. That seems about standard. Pause it if you want. System, it's going to output as an MP4. I think that's the only thing it can. Well, that's the only thing I have it set up to do for this. I'm sure you can do other stuff. And then project, yeah, whatever that is. So audio settings, video settings. Hit cancel in case I mess with anything. So I'm going to name this, the title of this, what am I in? Movie Studio Platinum. One thing I always do, guys, after I type in the name here, I always click this again, and then the MP4 pops up. So backspace, see, I just typed it in Movie Studio Platinum. Always click your template again. I found that if I don't click the template again, sometimes it'll just do it as the top one. I don't know if that's a glitch in the program or if I'm doing something wrong, but I always click this again. YouTube, 1080, 60 FPS, and I hit render. Now this video will take a moment to render. It does go a lot slower than Windows Movie Maker, guys, because it is putting out a higher quality video. Well, when I say higher quality, it's still 1080 by 60 FPS. But it just has to do with the bit rate that I showed you guys. I had it like 320,000, I think, or something like that. Or no, that was the audio. What was the bit rate? Was like 25 million? That number I had on the screen. I don't remember what it was, but it was a lot different. It was a lot higher than the Windows Movie Maker. So, saving this video real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and actually pull up this. Go Ignore what I'm doing right now, guys. I'm just waiting for this stuff to finish. 3, 2, 1. Bang is done. Alright, here. Search movie studio platinum. I'm going to take this. I'm going to drop it on my desktop. Oh, here we go. Part 3. It's one of my most recent used. Drop it in part 3. Get out of here. I don't want you in here anymore. You know what? I'll save that file. One day I'll come back with, oh yeah, I remember doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this real quick, guys. And then if I go to part 3, then we go to Movie Studio Platinum. Double click it. Bang. There we go. Flip it over. It's already 10:36. What the heck? 10:36 at night, guys. If you're watching this video and you're wondering why I got on Livestream late last night, it's because I was making this video. So exit that out. Bang, bang, chicken and shrimp. Now, for the thumbnail. So let's go over recap. First 2 programs, Game Capture HD, OBS Studio / OBS Classic. Recording programs to save files on your PC, to be edited for videos later on, or to live stream. The next programs, Windows Movie Maker and Movie Studio Platinum by Sony. 2 editing programs that I use to edit my YouTube videos. Movie Maker is not have extra features. It's basic editing software. It's free. It's on the internet. You can download if you have Windows. Movie Studio Platinum, more advanced editing software, costs $80. You can do a lot of different effects. I basically showed you a few. Moving on now to the thumbnails. So, in Microsoft Paint, guys, this is another basic thumbnail program. Thumbnail generating program, if you want to be that way. Real quick, we need to get some thumbnails, guys. I forgot. So we're going to go back to Movie Studio Platinum. We're just going to choose this first clip or something. We're just going to choose the sideways clip of my dog right here. The save button right here. Snapshot. Save snapshot to file. Save. And they'll save it as ra.jpg. Random picture. Save that. Yes. Where's my file again? Take this and then YouTube. Ignore what I'm doing right now, guys. Ignore what I'm doing. This is going to take forever to load. I should have saved it something else. There it is. Copy. No, that's not it. That's another one. Come on. You guys see all these random thumbnails I have. It should pop up here in the top. It's the most recent one, right? Apparently it doesn't want to. Oh, here it is right here in the middle. Why it's not the top? I don't know. Part 3. There we go. Exit this. Minimize that. So we'll go back into Paint now, guys. File. This whole white window, this is the canvas that you're working with. You see I have my marker. I can draw only on the canvas. So the light blue area, you can't do anything there. File. Open. Part 3. Raw. Do you want to save title changes? No. So bang, I have my picture here. I'm going to go take it away from 100% zoom. I'm at 50% zoom now, guys. If I want to add a thumbnail, now I have my picture. I want to add a yellow looking star on his head because he's a superstar. And now, what did I just do? Oh, I don't even know if I can rotate this. I got to be able to rotate it somehow. Right? There's probably a way to rotate it, guys. Whatever, you got a star. You're a star boy. Tucker. Change the size. It's going to be extra thick. Bang. Hit enter. Good to go. Alright, so text. Click the A. Actually, you know what? Click the pen. Guys, I'm just rambling on. Draw a circle. You can literally draw if you want to on Paint. Alright, but anyways, basic thumbnail going down right now. Choose the text box. Type in some text. Great thumbnail. Highlight it all. Make it super big, 72. We're going to choose some Algerian font, all caps. And we want it to be baby blue. It's kind of hard to see baby blue. But there you go, guys. Basic thumbnail right here. File. Save as. RA2. And save. So now if we go to my file. RA2. Here we go, thumbnail for my video if I put it on YouTube. I could honestly be the thumbnail for the for this video, a star. Nobody would click on the video though because they'd be like, what the heck is this? But anyways, guys, You can be creative with this. There's pen, you can draw. There's a paint bucket. You can literally see this whole black area over here. I'm gonna fill it and it's gonna be blue. Bang, it's blue. I use the paint bucket. You can add text. You can add an eraser. You can take away Tucker's eyes. Now he looks like a zombie. Sorry, Tucker. And then you can magnify. I'm gonna zoom in on his zombie eyes. I'm gonna put a little red dot inside, y'all. And now we are going to unzoom. And bang, just like that, guys. So there's a bunch of different features you can do. You can even add stars. If you go to view, zoom in, zoom out, blah, blah, blah. Add grid lines so that you can line everything up. But yeah, guys, basic program here on a Microsoft operating system. Windows 10 Paint. You can do thumbnails here. Basic thumbnails. If you want to do more advanced thumbnails, guys, you can go to this program right here, Adobe Photoshop CS2. This is what the interface looks like. This is free. At least I got it for free. I'm pretty sure it's free online. Adobe website. It's been out a long time, but I'm gonna go ahead and start up a new thumbnail. File, new. Don't read any of those settings, so I'll just save them different later on. And now I have a blank canvas, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and import my picture from earlier on. In order to import a picture, you go File, and then you don't go Open, because that'll just open a basic window. You gotta. I already have my window open. I want to place something in the window to be edited. So I'll go to my desktop, part 3, raw, which stands for random place, and it fills up the entire window. So this is where Photoshop gets better than Paint. Real quick, on this right hand side, this is where my different layers are. I only have one layer right now. I'm going to add some text. So over here on the left hand pane, I choose my text box. I generate a text box and I type, "Oh Lord, there is a fire." This is from that YouTube video, guys. Sweet Mary Lou, something like that. Anyways, it's brown for now. We'll adjust that in a second. It's bolded, it's 100 points. So now I have two layers over here on the right hand column. This is where it gets interesting. This is where Photoshop gets better than Paint. I can right click on either one of my layers and go up to blending options, and now I can customize basically everything about this picture. I can click on color overlay if I want. I can make the entire canvas red. I can adjust the opacity. It's now at 0, right? It goes away. Now it's like it's not even there. At the top right here, I can adjust the opacity by itself. Now you can only see him a little bit. Sorry, Tucker. Where'd Tucker go? There he is. All right. You can add outer glow if you have smaller text. That's smaller files. If you have like a whole window pane filled up, a lot of these don't work. I can add a bevel. You can see it changes down here at the bottom. Adjust the outside of everything, the depth, the size, soften. I'm just adjusting stuff, guys. Just play around with it. A lot of the text, though, this is where I do a lot of editing. So I'll right click on the text layer, go to blending options, and now this is where it gets interesting, everybody. So first of all, I want to change the color. So I'll check the color box, click on color overlay, and I will change the text to lime green. So you can choose a different color based off the box over here. I'm doing lime green. Hit OK. Now the text is green. I can add a drop shadow to the text. So you can see I'll click the shadow, it'll appear and then it won't appear. Let me make it bigger real quick. Opacity 70%. See how there's a black shadow behind it now? So drop shadow enabled versus drop shadow disabled. Enabled, disabled, enabled. And I want it to dissolve, guys. You can literally just play with the program. That's how I got better with it. I'm just showing you guys like basic stuff. Literally just play with the program. So it's all solid black. I click dissolve. There's going to be different drops now, but the reason I can't see the drops is because I have the spread all the way up. I learned this just by playing around. Now I change the size. Bang. There's a lot of different pixels because it's dissolving, right? If I want an outer glow instead of a drop shadow, I can change this to the dissolve again. Change the opacity to 100%, and now I can get a color. Let's say I want dark blue. I choose dark blue as my color. Hit OK, and I can adjust the size and adjust the spread. So there goes the size. Now I have some blue and black mixture. Looks crazy, right? Hit OK. So guys, this is just a bunch of different features that you can control on the aspect of text and also other images. Let's say, for example, I just want to add a random file. I'm going to do this real quick, guys. I go to place, and then I know somewhere on my PC where I just have picture saved. So storage, I'm doing this quick. PNGs. Let's say I want Alakazam, alright? The homie, the Pokemon himself. Alakazam. Bang. Get on my thumbnail, dog. I would right click on the Alakazam, blending options, and just like earlier, I can adjust everything. If I wanted to be red Alakazam, bang, red Alakazam. If I want to have a red line around him, bang, I check the stroke button. Literally just mess around with these buttons, guys, and see what all they do. I don't want the stroke to be red. I click the box. I want it to be pink. Pink Alakazam. You know what? I don't even want it to be outside. I want it to be inside. You know what? I don't want it to be inside. I do want it to be outside. I don't want blend mode to be normal. I want blend mode to be dissolve. You know, guys, there's so much different stuff you can adjust. I don't know why that didn't dissolve. See? I just messed with it. Why didn't it dissolve? I don't know. If I don't want the opacity, oh, there we go, because of the opacity. I just figured it out, guys. 10 seconds, I figured it out. You just got to play with the programs. That's how you figure stuff out. I want the size to be huge. Giant. Alakazam and a giant pink mist. What's up?
You're making your video, right?
Yeah, I'm making my video.
So you're not streaming tonight?
I'm going to stream in a few minutes. That's my mom, guys. She was wondering what I was doing. So anyways, guys, just to go ahead and wrap up this final program here, I'm going to click File now and Save As, because I want to save my thumbnail. I'm going to need to navigate to my desktop, part 3 again, and then I want to save it as a JPEG file. So and the title of this is going to be let's call it RA3. Why not? RA3, save. Okay. Bang. So that pretty much wraps up the 6 different programs. We started off with Game Capture HD, discussed some settings, explained it a little bit to you all. Then we moved on to OBS, discussed some settings, explained it a little bit to y'all. Then we went to Movie Maker, which I don't have up anymore. I can type it in, Movie Maker. This is what it looks like in case y'all forgot. That's Movie Maker. Then we went to Movie Studio Platinum. I can adjust if I didn't want to see the whole thing here, I make it darker. There's so many different ways you can edit this, guys, with this Movie Studio Platinum. After that, we went to Paint to do thumbnails. After Paint, we went to Photoshop CS2. We made another thumbnail, and now, instead of wrapping up this video, how would I upload this to YouTube? I would click on Google Chrome. And guys, real quick, if I wanted to start streaming, I think I mentioned it earlier. I've been rambling on for quite a bit. I think I mentioned it. But if I wanted to stream instead of record a video, because I did link my stream key earlier, I would just click Start Streaming, and then everything would be streamed to either YouTube or Twitch or wherever I was at. But anyways, if you've never uploaded a video to YouTube before, sign into your YouTube profile, and then at the top right, there's this arrow. It says Upload, so you want to click it. I don't want anybody to see these videos that I edited, so I'm going to choose private. Normally what I do is scheduled, so I'll just do scheduled real quick. And then I choose my file to upload. So I'm going to go to my desktop tab. Then I'm going to go to my part 3 tab. And then I'm going to go to my Movie Maker file, because it is a little bit, this file will be smaller. I guess I can show you guys that real quick. I'm going to choose my Movie Maker file because it is smaller than Movie Studio Platinum. And I'll open this. So now it's uploading. You can see how fast it's going. Only going to take a few seconds, guys. If it's a longer video, it does take a long time. Double clicking right here. I'm going to right click on Movie Maker file real quick, and I'm going to go to Properties. So this file is 15.2 megabit, or no, that's megabytes, my bad. 15.2 megabytes. That's how big this file is. And the details is that it's 9 seconds long. For Movie Studio Platinum, if I right click and go to Properties and I look at the details, this one is 28.9 megabytes, And so that's basically double the size. And how long is it? It's only 11 seconds. So it's only 2 seconds longer, and it's almost double the size. That just shows you the files are bigger. At least that's the way I have my settings saved. So I'm going back to my upload. It's already done. I would publish it tomorrow, or I choose tomorrow would be Friday. So the day you're watching this would be 2 p.m., right? If I would upload then, I choose my thumbnail, which will be Raw 3 Alakazam Bang Bang. If I want a title, we'll name it Best Video Ever! Exclamation point, exclamation point, not clickbait, in parentheses, and then iPhone giveaway. OMG, OMG, OMG. Thumbnail, why'd you not upload thumbnail? I'm making a video here. No, you're not going to do this to me right now. God, really? I get all the way to the end of the video, everything's working perfect, and I can't open a thumbnail? Okay, I can open this other thumbnail. I don't know why that first one wouldn't open. But here we go. Add a thumbnail, add some tags. So people will search tags on YouTube. What do people search? Well, what a lot of people do is scummy. They'll type Taylor Swift. And they'll use Taylor Swift as a tag to their video that has nothing to do with Taylor Swift, because they know there's millions of people searching Taylor Swift on YouTube and they want their video to get clicked on. Pisses me off. That's lying. What's my video about? It's about my dog. That's a terrible tag, but it's also a terrible video. So we're not going to clickbait this. That was a joke. My dog spinning in circles because he spun in half a circle, guys. So publish, bang, it's going live tomorrow, aka today when you're watching this video. But guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Probably one of the longest, if not the longest video I've ever uploaded. Raw, uncut footage, part 3, concluding the series. I'm sure you all have questions. If you do have questions, leave a comment. I will get you an answer. Alright, I hope this was helpful. Raw, uncut footage. I did a lot of talking. I threw a lot of information at you. What else? Did I forget anything important? Maybe. Maybe not. But yeah, guys. If you have questions, let me know. That's just like a quick overview of everything that I've learned since doing YouTube, since my first upload back in September 2014, and now it's it's June 2017, so almost 3 years now. And I condensed it down to a video that's probably about an hour long. So almost 3 years of learning into 1 hour of teaching. The ratio is a little off. You see, there's still a lot of stuff that I've learned that I just didn't show y'all in this video. I hit the basics. If y'all got questions, let me know. That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. New videos every single day here on my channel. I'm Coglitore Live. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in live stream sometime soon or another video.
Maybe you should just leave, just leave, just leave.